Greetings, teens. Welcome to Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts, to be specific. And there's a lot of things going on in this town. Remember back in the old days where there was talk about burning witches at the stake and such forth? We don't know if that happened, but we have a wonderful boat back here, the Friendship of Salem, which traveled around the world 16 times. This is a replica, so it's 2/3 of the size of the real one, but they literally used to take fur and barley and take it all around the world and pick up china plates and bring it back. Who puts china plates on one of those things? How many of them got back here? But anyway, it's a neat thing. I'm certain Ben will have lots of things to say about history on the next thing, but it is a wonderful place. Here's what I want to tell you. Teams. There's 3 of them right now. The points are very hard to allocate this week because you really all did the same thing. So how do we allocate team points? You're going to allocate the team points for yourself this week. So let's look back at a couple of things that you actually get points for. One is being innovative and stepping outside and starting your own team. So basically the gray team definitely gets 200 points for that, because I believe that they get 50 points for each person that steps outside of the box and ventures on and does something new, the leadership of pulling out. So there's 4 of the people on the gray silver team. I'm not certain what color we're calling them, but it falls in that genre. 4 of them, that equals 200 points. Mentorship. We have several teams that got excellent mentors, so I believe that's 500 points. So we're going to ask you to grade yourself this week on a team basis, which is kind of cool. So you're all really equal this week on what you submitted, because they all look the same, so we really can't give any point value. The weeks are worth 1,000 points, so let's just all start at point 0 for this week, and then you guys go figure out the additional points that you have collected in the past that need to be added to your team head point value system. So in other words, the silver team is the only team that actually can get the 200 points extra because they broke off and they did something different and they showed leadership skills. And again, that's 50 points per head, which totals 200 points. So start thinking about what you guys have done. Have you added more Facebook people? What have you done? Have you created something different? The points will probably be very small this week. I know that the gray team will get 200 points. I know that a couple of the other teams have gotten mentors. Just whatever you've done, add that into there. In fact, one team got 2 mentors, and we kind of discussed that. Do we give 1,000 points for 2 mentors, or do we just keep it at 500 points for 2 mentors? That's a question that we juggled. We're going to keep it at 500 points. So if you have additional mentors, we're going to cap you at 500. It's nice that you go look for different mentors, but all of a sudden we don't want teams having 1,900 mentors at 500 points apiece. So if you got a mentor for your team, add the 500 points. If you did not, then don't add it. So go find collectively what your points are worth this week and send them to me so I can add them onto Heather's score sheet. So right now, this is probably the only week you're ever going to score yourself as a team. From this point forward, we will be scoring you. The board will be scoring you from that point forward. But we want to make sure that everything's fair and equal. This is probably, we're going to be setting in this, I mean, everything's just kind of weird right now. And next week when we go into this game, we're really going to be challenged. I mean, some teams have enormous amounts of people. Again, just remember, some of you can't show up. Some of you can't literally drive cars. Some of you can't do things. So just make sure that you're figuring out how to help your colleagues that do want to pick up things and drive things around in the car and do whatever you want to do, but just do. Again, this week, this game that we're moving forward on this week is just trial and error to get ready for the real game. So we're trying to find all of the errors. We're going to try to find every problem that we can. So once you guys play this game, I'm going to ask you at the end of the week to tell us a couple of things. I'm going to ask you, where are the problems? Give us the problems. Tell us how to fix that, so when we make the new game, it will work right. And the new game, we're actually going to pick the challenge for you. We're just taking all of your feedback so you're comfortable with what we're doing. We're going to take your feedback and we're going to create the whole game from everything that you've created and give you the nonprofit to work off of. So it won't be as challenging next time as the development process begins, because the board's going to take that over. We're just looking for your insight right now. So again, don't be confused. Just run with this and let's see who gets the most points, because the real game is going to start after we run this beta test. So don't be scared. Just go out and do whatever it is that you're doing. Ben's going to talk to you a little bit about the game concept. In fact, since we submitted 3 games that are pretty much the same, we had to wonder, are we running with the silver, the orange, or the blue? They're all pretty much exactly alike, so that is a little confusing for everybody. So with that being said, Ben's going to jump on and he will probably negate everything that I have said about this place because he's a historian and I am not, but I like to just say things. It's fun for me. So you have a wonderful evening. Your challenge begins right now. You have until Saturday at midnight, next Saturday at midnight, to run your teams and get as many points as you can. And then we're going to collect all this stuff, and then the real part of our job will begin.